One of the key concepts of switching and routing is the usage of a virtual local area network, a VLAN. Imagine that you have a local area network that consists of a switch and different stations that are connected to its port. This kind of a network is considered to be a one broadcast domain. Every frame that is being sent in the network is being broadcasted all over to every member that is connected to the switch. In your home network, one broadcast domain may not be an issue, but on large networks where you have dozens and hundreds of devices that are members of different divisions, that is marketing division, finance division, you have to use virtual LANs. You have to split your network into different broadcast domain. It makes your network much more secure and much more efficient because fewer devices receive unnecessary packets. You can configure your VLANs either on transparent mode FortiGate or on a NAT mode FortiGate. Once you do it, your ports are becoming a trunk port. That is, a port that is capable of delivering packets from different domains, and not only the domain that was configured initially on the physical interface. So let's move over and create some VLANs, and in that way we will understand the usage much more clearly. Let's head over to our network interfaces. And currently we have two interfaces. The one is connected to the marketing division. The second one is connected to the finance division. Now, that interface is also connected to a switch in our marketing division where everyone is connected using their desktop computers. Now, we want to divide traffic that is coming from the marketing employees and the marketing managers. We can create another interface or configure another interface to be used only for the marketing managers, but we want to do it on one physical port and divide that port into two broadcast domains. The one is the broadcast domain of the physical port, which is the 10.0.4.1, and another one will be created using a VLAN. So let's name our interface name as 110. Let's use the ID tag of our VLAN also 110, and let's use the marketing managers as our alias. Now we'll use the 10.0.5.1 IP address on the 24 subnet mask. Alright, so I already used it, so let's do this 6.1. Alright, now we will also use a DHCP server, and let's enable administration access using HTTPS and HTTP. Alright, once we do it, we can see that on the internal one interface, we have actually created another broadcast domain which belongs to the marketing manager. That VLAN has the ID tag of 110. And now on our switch, we can configure VLAN. It doesn't matter if it's a Cisco switch or an HP switch. We can configure a VLAN on the ports that are connected to the marketing manager's desktop computers. Once we configure a VLAN on that port, a VLAN that belongs to the 10.0.6.0 subnet, which is our broadcast domain, any traffic that will come from our marketing managers through that switch will head over only to the new VLAN that we have created. And now we actually have two broadcast domains, two secure networks that are divided, but they are logically exist on one internal interface. Now, our interface, once we configured a new VLAN, has become a trunk interface. It will deliver all the traffic that comes through that internal one interface, all the native traffic, and that's why we say that the native traffic is the native VLAN, but also the traffic that comes from the second broadcast domain that we have just configured, which belongs to the VLAN 110.